Welcome to this DelftStack tutorial. Today we will discuss how to save Pandas DataFrame as a PNG file in Python. Let's dive in. Let's start with the first method using the DataFrame image library in Python. The DataFrame image library is a Python package specifically designed to make it easy to capture and embed Pandas DataFrames as images within different contexts. This is not a default module in Python but can be easily installed using the pip command. Now let's create a sample data frame and save it as a PNG file. We start by creating a data frame. We import the required libraries and use the DataFrame function to create such objects. Our sample data frame contains 4 columns and 3 rows. To save this data frame as a PNG file, we will use the export function from the DataFrame image library. We specify the file name and the path of the directory within the function. On running the code, we can see that a PNG file is created. We can navigate to the required folder and view the image. Remember that the image is saved in the current directory if none is specified in the function. This is one of the most straightforward methods to save a data frame as an image. Remember, you can always press Shift plus Tab keys to find out the documentation of the function. This way you can see the different parameters and customize the final result as per your requirements. Now let's discuss a different method. Here we will use the Matplotlib library, which is a cornerstone of data visualization in the Python ecosystem, providing a flexible and comprehensive set of tools for generating plots, charts, and figures. We will use the table function from this library. This function is used for creating tables within your plots. It's particularly useful when you want to display tabular data alongside your visualizations or provide detailed information in a structured format. Let's now see how this method works. We will use the data frame from the previous example. First, we use the subplot function to create a subplot. 111 means a single subplot within a 1x1 grid, and the frame equal to false removes the frame around the plot. In the next line, we hide the x and y axes as we only want to display the table. Then we use the table function to create the table from the data frame within the subplot and align it to the center using the loc parameter. Then we use the savefig function to export the generated plot, which contains the data frame rendered as a table, to a PNG image file. Again, remember to specify the required directory and file name in the savefig function. We check and confirm that the data frame has been successfully exported as a PNG file. An alternative to the Matplotlib in Python is the Plotly library. Plotly's main strength is creating charts and graphs that allow users to zoom, pan, hover over data points for details, and even interact with elements to filter or highlight information. For this method, you need to ensure that both Plotly and Kaleido libraries are installed in your system. Kaleido is a library that acts as a bridge between Plotly and static image formats like PNG. Essentially, it allows you to take those interactive Plotly charts you create and save them as high-quality static images. You can use the following pip commands to install these libraries. We can use the create table function from this library and export it as an image to save the data frame as a PNG, similar to what we did in the previous method with the Matplotlib library. Let's write the code for this. We use the data frame from the previous examples. The create table function generates a Plotly figure that represents the data frame as a table. Then we update the layout of the figure to set a fixed width and height, overriding the default automatic sizing. Finally, we use the write image function to save the Plotly figure as a PNG image file. The scale parameter increases the resolution of the image by a factor of 2. We again go to the required directory and check that the PNG file has been created. Remember to specify the correct name and directory for your file. To summarize, this tutorial demonstrated how to save a data frame as a PNG file in Python. We discussed several methods to achieve this. The most straightforward method was using the DataFrame image library, which uses the export function to save the data frame as an image.